using EHR. So I'm working in like a clinical research organization, and they use like all the clinical data from all the different sites to monitor all the patients and like their whole trials and such with the drug that they're trying to push out. And the thing is though that there's like so many different portals that I have to open just to like look at different things. Like say like there's a study on schizophrenia, I have to go to one that's opening for like cardiac information, log out, go to another one and see if whether they have signed all the consent forms and such, or and then another one for like the surveys for that they need to take weekly to monitor like their moods and such. And it gets very hectic because like there's just like so much information, and sometimes like there's duplicates, and then like it's kind of hard to navigate sometimes as well. But when I spoke to like an older employee, she's worked in like a clinical setting for like 25 years. She's very appreciative of like this system, even though it's not perfect yet, because like it's better than like thousands of sheets of paper.
That's true. Yeah. Even like hearing from your experience, you would think technology would make things much better, and although from the sounds of it, or it's much better than paper, but just reminds me of my own experience, because I work in a clinical setting. We have an EHR system, but it's heavily dependent on Wi-Fi, so basically you could only use it if it has reliable Wi-Fi, but the issue is we're a free clinic, so we can't afford good Wi-Fi, which makes the EHR system very, very slow, and that just really impedes our ability to help the patients, because it takes like an hour to load up a patient file. So that's difficult, and I feel like that's a downside to EHR, because especially not all places have reliable Wi-Fi, not all places have that infrastructure, so how would that benefit them? Probably wouldn't.
Yeah, even then you're talking about how like the EHR systems are slow, but like it mentions like in the article, like they keep patients' data up to like 100 years, right? So maybe like even the databases are growing so big that like with your combination of your crappy Wi-Fi and the hugeness of the database, like probably even more exponentially slows down the ability to like query things.
Yeah, so I guess another problem would be the privacy, and that it's a possibility for like data breaches and personal information getting leaked. Would you do that?
Who's responsible for that?
I know, right? Is it the big company or is it the
hospital?
individual hospital?
Yeah.
Or the doctor?
I mean, I guess it depends, right? Like if it was the doctor like putting a sketchy USB into the computer and then just like
that's what causes the breach.
Yeah.
It's a USB.
Like
for yours, do you have different username and different password for all your portals?
So the thing is like it all basically links to like the one main email, but there's different usernames for each portal, so I have to like remember each one.
Oh jeez.
And then like
Oh wow.
and like it's a very secure thing, with privacy too. So like, they want me to like have different passwords, and
It's
just
good, but it's hard on you.
Yeah.
So is that kind of like silo systems, like that was mentioned in the article? Like, separate sections for the same thing? If
Yeah.
that makes sense?
Kinda,
Yeah, that's also another difficulty. Because like you need unified access to everything, right? Like what was mentioned in the article.
That would be easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that also makes it easier for data breach.
That's true. Everything all
There's
along.
always a solid
Yeah.
What I learned is that there are a lot of potential risks in terms of integrating technology and healthcare. Like what Gabby and Sabrina said, information systems like EHR are extremely useful as they help increase the flow and accessibility of data. But there are also like issues that come along with the integration of healthcare technologies. Healthcare data is very sensitive, and like Jen said, there's potential for data breaches or exploitations where data can be stolen and or abused. There are also faults and errors as seen in the Leapfrog article, the CPOE article that illustrates the potential damages or faulty softwares. And ultimately, not only can these bugs cost the companies millions of dollars, but also can cost people's lives.